performance in all aspects of governance, and we shall continue to encourage proficient and efficient civil servants whose initiative and creativity facilitate the speedy implementation of the policies of our administration. In the year 2005, we have appointed 20 permanent secretaries to re-energize the public service, and we have repositioned the bureaucracy for optimum performance. We gave teachers the hope that their reward in form of a position equivalent to the office of the permanent secretary can be realized on half by elevating 6 teachers into the newly created position of Tutor General Permanent Secretary. We continue to give salary bonus. We sponsored many civil servants on local and foreign courses, and we expose more to the modern application system of the information technology that is crucial to the development, prosperity, and efficiency of our system. We will continue to supply more computers and give more training to each of the ministries. It's not enough to have it as a decorative item on the desk. It is vital for the proficiency of the administration. It's very vital for the career progression of civil servants. We will continue to provide computer as well as training, the sophisticated level of 21st century management, and the need for information technology and ability to dynamically and progressively communicate with the rest of the world is a must for a 21st century manager going forward. We will assure you, you will have the tool, the training, and the ability to compete any part of the world. These pro-worker policies are in line with the tradition of our administration. Many of our civil servants have joined the best brains in the private sector to share ideas in classes at Lagos State Business School. Many of our directors have demonstrated their intellectual capacity at various foreign workshops. We are proud of you all, and we are proud of your achievement. I am happy that since September year 2005, the internal communication system of Lagos State government has achieved millennial expectations. Many correspondences done through the stationaries in the past are now done through internet. You know it. You are on communication with the rest of the world. This is expected to progressively cut cost of stationaries and paperwork, save more productive time, and speed up governmental operations. Indeed, as part of our effort to put in place a culture of information sharing for good governance, the pursuit of integrated records and archives management program, IRAMP, is to be given a fuller impression in the year 2006. With the expected takeoff of the Lagos State Record and Archives Management Bureau, LASORA, it will happen, and you will be happy and be better for it. The enabling law is in the works, while a provision of 144 million naira has been set aside in the budget for the development of LASORA permanent site within the PSSDC complex. Of our administration, we have been able to equally continue, and you will see, you will soon start to enjoy the new office buildings. I will continue to give you the best environment to work with. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are to continue to lead the ways in which this administration has responded positively to the need of the public service, your food may get cold or your drinks may get hot. Whereas, we are here to celebrate. Thank God for what has gone in year 2005. Thank God for seeing us through to year 2006 with a promise here that the welfare of the workers is paramount in our mind. And listening to the president, making requests for additional space to build a swimming pool. We will build a swimming pool for you. But not only the swimming pool. Not only that we will build a swimming pool for you. We will build a gym of good standard. It's only by keeping fit we believe with you and your children. Keeping fit, can you be productive and share a long life to enjoy the prosperity of the state. As for that, I assure you, in year 2006 going to 2007, all of these dreams will be realized. Like I said earlier on, it's a year 2006 of strong determination. I want to thank all of you for the support and encouragement that you have given to the administration over the years, and particularly the most critical and trying period of year 2005, in which the statutory allocation was no longer statutory, but subject to illegal withheld and distribution. You steer the ship of this state on. We were able to pay salary. We continue to achieve. We did not default in any of our obligations. We kept our children in school. We pay a lot of teachers to date. There was no time we default in your salary. Thank you very much for that support. And you will get the reward. I heartily once again rejoice with tonight's distinguished awardees, including myself, on their well-deserved honor. I have this token appreciation of your efforts to the growth of the club, who spur you to continue to contribute more positively and progressively to the club, the civil service, and Lagos State. And Happy New Year. I enjoy you all to relax, and I will see the spirit of people. You are already charged and recharged. You should enjoy and be productive. Be merry. Tonight, may God Almighty grant your prayers and all our prayers in year 2006. Give us joy and happiness. Give us all the hope and aspiration of individuals. And I am very, very proud of you. And I wanted to show that I identify with you. But since I cannot use the hat, I use part of the thread. And I am on tie and dye, and using some of the soaps and the pomade and and I ate some of the breads. I congratulate all of you. This is the beginning. 2004 International Day of Eradication of Poverty. I am also very happy because Lagos State today continues and join the rest of the world to mark this day as attention is being focused on over 1.3 billion poor people who are living in abject poverty. Poverty has been defined as the economic condition in which people lack sufficient income to obtain certain minimal levels of health services, food, housing, clothing, and education, generally recognized as necessary to ensure an adequate standard of living. It is no longer news that Nigeria has been pronounced as a country of poor people by global institutions, including much respected United Nations Development Agency, which recently released an annual report on the development situation in many countries. But unlike many countries which lack resources and are daily ravaged by famine, drought, and other natural pestilence, Nigeria is a peculiar poor country because of our oil. We are an oil-rich country that has made over ₦1 trillion from its crude oil in this year alone. The tragedy of poverty in Nigeria is therefore not because the resources are not available. The tragedy is that the structure for allocating resources is terrible and is skewed against the people and against the level of governance closer to the people. Unless we develop people-oriented and published criteria for the allocation of revenue of the Federation, unless we give more financial resources to the state and local governments, instead of blackmailing them and rubbishing those states and governments elected by the people, and calling them thieves and all sorts of names, unless we do what is right, we cannot begin to attack poverty. We cannot begin to address penury until we change the philosophy of administration that insists that a remote federal level must play a Father Christmas or great commander rather than giving the power to the country's 36 disciples to save millions of our people from destitution. We shall only continue to pay lip service to the problem that is killing our people every day. The fundamental advocacy of our party, the Alliance for Democracy, and for the government and the people of Lagos State is that this country must go back to the drawing board through a sovereign national conference to develop a pattern of allocation of federal revenue so that states which are the component parts of the federation must take a bigger percentage of the national revenue. We must recognize that the current pattern is no doubt the product of the unitary command system of the military. 5 years after we have collectively bade farewell to military rule, it is ironic that we are still trying to apply an allocation system that is suited for military system where power must flow from above to the people who elected that power. Power belongs to the people, and sovereignty is that of the people. Power should flow from the people. It is not only the time of election that you go to the people to cast their votes. That is where the power is obtained. Therefore, therefore, the revenue belongs to the people. It belongs from their soil. It belongs from their sweat. They are the owner of these resources, and they deserve better allocation of those resources. And there's no one can sit long distance in Abuja and understand the suffering of the people at the grassroots level. That is why the creation of the state and local government, it is necessary to be closer to the people. Tell me, how will the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria understand what is happening at the health center at the world level? How will the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria sit in Abuja and understand there's no medication and money at the clinic level? How will he understand there's no water in the world level? How will he understand there's no medication? How will he understand the hunger of ordinary people on the street? It's not possible. Don't let us deceive ourselves. It is through state and local government level. That is why it is designed. But it's designed to be funded. Unless you see the paper, he cannot understand how many children of Nigeria are not able to take examination because of the WAEC. He cannot understand why the children are left from classroom to stay at home because there are many in the family and they cannot even feed. It is not possible. It is only possible through the grassroots, through the state government and the local government to bring power to the people. And we are going to do everything possible that will lead to the enthronement of true federalism. The refusal to apply this simple solution has led us to the situation where the federal government had to set up national poverty alleviation. When the NAPEP was set up by the federal, I was invited to Abuja to discuss the poverty alleviation from various states. They promised us that it will flow to the states and flow to the grassroots, and it will be through a grant. Up till now, where is the NAPEP? Dead and buried. A colossal waste. Colossal waste. If you are passed through to grant, if you have done this and embarked through the states, tie and die, our women will start to export. If they are taught how to sew, our women will start to export. Can you believe that they can do this art and make it in Nigeria? For simple amount. And today, your glory is here. You will enjoy the labor. And thank you for that support that you've been giving us. How can the federal government that does not have any direct population other than the federal capital territory can effectively create better machinery that concern the state to reduce the poverty in such state? That defeats logic. It doesn't make sense. In mature democracies, such as United States of America, United Kingdom, including Italy, France, and others, that money is given as a grant to the state. Even if you want it back, and the state will channel it to local government and to the people who are actually in need of it. Why do you have to play politics with the lives of our people? Where is the effect now? People are hungry. I want to sympathize with our industries as well, our manufacturers. And today is not the day to address that. But when you disempower people, when there's no fund in their pocket, when there
there's no money to obtain and to purchase, how can you grow the manufacturing sector? How can you promote growth? How can you, without growth, promote employment? How can you stimulate the economic recovery? How can you eliminate poverty? It's not possible. Let us re-examine our way of governance, because governance is all about people. And we should learn from history. We tried it in the past. It has failed. We should not continue to do everything that will frustrate our people. Teachers, nurses, and other categories of graduate job seekers, we've given jobs to people. Our education policy has empowered the youth in schools to rise above the problem of inability to pay internal and external examination. We've crushed that. It's over. You will not have to suffer for that from now on forever. Anybody that now complain of dropout, they perhaps lazy themselves. And we are working again on a program that will give a second chance to those who drop out or who for one reason or the other are left behind. We will leave no one behind. We are doing everything possible in all spheres of the government. But the effort of providing quality education for over 1.5 million children in Lagos State was daunting, was very, very challenging. They thought we cannot do it, but today we are doing it. In this year, 2003 alone, 207 million was paid for 79,684 final year students in OYF. Also, in the current year, a total of 225 million was paid for 86,617 final year students. In addition to the state government, we paid 24 million as unified internal examination fee for 684,000 students in public secondary schools. It is quite possible that one of the reasons for resistance against true federalism is the debt trap that the nation has lured into, due to the inexperience of our past leaders in handling the highly complex of international credit markets and deliberate corruption. The truth is that our debt management strategy has been wrong and misplaced. Our best strategy is to refinance this external debt. We should evaluate and review the debt profile, refinance and reschedule it, take the yoke out of the people, take the yoke away from the people. If they don't know how to do it, let them see me and soon publish a paper to teach them how to do it. The present economic policy of this PDP government is all wrong, and it has failed. This government has taken from the pockets of our people and continue to take more to the government. What have they given to the people? Nothing. Zero. And you keep taking from their people, from their pocket, transferring it to the government. I got a new slogan for you. A new slogan for you. Anytime you hear PDP in your area, just say 55 naira per liter. PDP 55 naira per liter. Ẹ bá wọn pè é. máa pè wọ́n nìyẹn. Anywhere you get it. They have failed. They have deepened poverty in the country. They have made more poor people than they met. And that is why our struggle for true federalism, to make Lagos State capable of standing on its own, eliminate poverty, care for you both on the road, on the street, in the hospital, and a place of work. Create opportunity for you to know truly we cannot exist like a government without you. We derive our power from you, the people. You are the government, and you just put us here as trustees. We cannot be more powerful than you are. Our program of our government has been designed to reduce poverty or have poverty alleviation. And therefore, it is a great joy to see the result of why we set up the Ministry of Women Affairs. And you can see it's working. It's working. With all these women having not to beg. All you're asking for is a little help. Just a little help that you will find your way. I feel it with you. Anytime I drive past, I look through the roadside. I see poor people, particularly women, with their children clutched by their side, blowing fan to roast yam, blowing fan to roast plantain, to roast corn. I feel bad. I feel bad that we must do something. And ever since we set up for you this program, I got news for you. Some of you, you may be thinking, when you leave here with materials, when you leave here with this equipment, how are you going to start? Wait, it's coming. To mention a few, in our mass employment situation, through several agencies of the state government, when we recognize the burden of unemployment, we have set up agencies that can employ people. The following agencies: Lagos State, to employ job seekers to perform specific functions. The following agencies, I say one, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, has created jobs and created employment for our youth. Isn't that good? But some people think they must fill them. No, LASMA will survive and they will continue to live. It has employed over 10,000 youths, and we are still going to hire more, 500 anytime from now, to add to them. That is a job opportunity for our youth. Equally, Kick Against Indiscipline, our Kai Brigade, is a job opportunity for our able-bodied youth in order to help earn money as well as take care of our environment. Àwọn wọlé ti dé gbogbo iná ọ̀dẹ̀ àbílẹ̀ ni ẹ lọ sọ́ra yìí o, nítorí Adélé yìí. Our drain dog and the flooding gang that are clearing the drain and repairing the environment has employed thousands of our youth. That is job creation. That is poverty alleviation. That is help to our youth. The highway manager, including some of our women and able-bodied boys, they have employed 10,000 people. That is poverty alleviation. That's given opportunity for our people. In Lagos State, about 2,000 women came out for the awareness campaign initially. Where free medical removal of lump will be carried out free of charge. Anyone that we see, they catch it early. And when the program starts, every one of you must attend the screening because it's a killer disease. Although but this program is equally part of our determination to eliminate unnecessary death, poverty, and suffering from our program. Already, the Abia farm in Badagry and Odogoyan farm in Ikorodu has been expanded and also be equipped with facilities necessary for training of our youth. Also, the Wapa bakery at Strabagia, Alausa, has been modernized, and expanded for this same purpose. Hundreds of interested youths have been registered for the training program. And on housing, we continue to work on affordable housing for people. All of this area I cannot cover in one single breath. But today, they will be distributing to you materials. And I asked Wapa, what would be a problem to these people? She said, working capital. If after they give you material, they give you machine, they give you the equipment necessary to take on, you might need little things. I don't want you to sell the material and not be able to turn it over. Therefore, I have approved for those who might need it, a credit loan of 5,000 for every one of you. 5,000 each. Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yín kò ní bàjẹ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tó fi lé yín lọ́wọ́ lẹ́yìn kò ní run. Ìbànújẹ́ ò ní bá yín lọ́lá oṣù káwà yìí. Gbogbo èròǹgbà ọkàn yín ó máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín. Ẹkú àtàárọ̀ máa fi ìyá wa tó máa sọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ máa fi ilẹ̀ kan bá yín sọ Yorùbá tó wà.
Chief in Lagos, I can tell you they're working wonders and they're working very effectively and efficiently well. And somewhere, I think the American Chief of General Staff was addressing to United Nations and the representative with Bush. If your vision is for a decade, plant a tree. If your vision is for a lifetime, plant a people and invest in them. UNICEF's effort, I believe, should be a vision of a lifetime, eradication of poverty, diseases, and ignorance, and illiteracy. There's no greater weapon against poverty and diseases than education. Lagos State has been in forefront of this philosophy. Our plan is to wage war against poverty and diseases. Our rural health development program, I'm very proud of my Honorable Commissioner and Minister of Health and his team for all the effort. We are the only state who can boast of having covered all the rural areas, even riverine areas. We have equally riverine boats to reach the people on the land. We equally have the active participation of both my wife and the greater part of women in the all various immunization for children. Equally, at the grassroots level, we have various health centers that is very accessible to people, because our policy from the beginning of this administration is to develop just at the ward, from ward level to the local government, the accessibility. And our concentration on the education is the first, I don't know any other state in this country that has faced the type of challenges that we face both in health and education. The more Lagos performs, the more problem it creates for itself. That's the problem. The more environmental opportunity you create, the more problem you attract from the rest of the country. The more houses you build, the more markets you develop. The more problems you create for yourself in Lagos. That's what I've seen. People are migrating from all parts of the country, even West Africa. We are responsible for over 50% of the African refugees from Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, Sudan, Ivory Coast. They are all here in Lagos. Majority of the shanties you find around are non-natives. The majority of the people you find on Okada who are not at homes, are non-natives. As a result of reordering of our priorities on my investment program because of our conflict with the federal government, I'll come back to that. I led an housing project, suspended the construction program of over 800 units of this project to temporarily divert my funds to be able to pay the teachers and the children. Within 3 weeks of that suspension, squatters of over 2,600 had moved into the housing estate. When I was told, I didn't believe it. I went there the day I visited. There I met illegal cleaning. The same day, 4 babies were born without any, that same day, without any medical assistance.
And all the children were non-native. I have to send for ambulance to evacuate the newborn babies and get them to the hospital. In fact, in the space of, they were born in the space of 3-4 hours from one another, on the bare floor. And these are the challenges. Those 4 children were fortunate because I was there that day. How many lives of that are all over the state? And UNICEF and other agencies, as much as we are trying, you have to provide a high level of whatever resources that is available, assign it to Lagos.